So I just finished watching Solo Leveling Best Moments, and it was not too bad. I was actually
What do you mean? What do you mean? Just the best moments. You didn't watch the whole thing yet. I mean, I know you
no
read the whole thing, but
right, exactly, and that's why. Because to be honest, I didn't want to listen to all the things that I knew was going to happen. I just wanted to see the apex moments, like when he fought Ygritte, used the rise, when he fought Cerberus, when he fought that douchebag, that Class B guy from the
yeah,
association. You know what I'm talking about?
Dong Suk or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
Dong Suk. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
no.
no,
Dong
Dong
Suk,
Suk is the brother.
the brother, right, that was trying to
Yeah,
backstab them or whatever, right? But yeah,
yeah.
the purple hair guy, the assassin.
Oh yeah, the B guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
B guy, yeah, the Class B guy, and the statue, the iconic statue.
Oh right. Well, that's
In,
definitely what
in all
started it. Yeah.
honesty, the manhwa statue was more frightening, was more impactful. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there's, it's so detailed, but
Well, unlike you, I mean, I'm the one that loves to watch anime, so I watch the whole thing.
mm,
Um, of course, I can talk about all the good stuff about it, but there's like small little things that I wish they changed a little differently. But the experience, all in all, is amazing. Like I
mm,
think they solo leveling. It's almost like it's hard to mess it up. It's almost like that because the story is
definitely.
so good.
And they knew
So
they
like
couldn't mess it up. Can you
exactly,
imagine how
exactly.
many fans would be fucking? I would be annoyed. I would be fucking pissed off if they messed that up.
Like they,
Ridiculous.
yeah, like they made the freaking um animation like shittier, somehow than what it is now. Then I'll be so pissed. But it's not too bad. But
Yes.
anyway,
Anyways, no. Like I said,
before, yeah, go ahead.
it exceeded my expectations, and I was so happy. And it
Exactly.
just, yeah, it was perfect.
Before we get going and keep talking about soul leveling, because you and me knows that we can talk about that all night, and you're the one that introduced that manhwa to me, and
Hmm.
before it came out, I read it, and
It was amazing.
that was not a regretful moment. It was very freaking good.
Yes.
Yeah, but besides that, by the way, I'm Jerem, also known as Chunks,
I'm
and
Mang, and I'm known as Mango. Nicknames.
we kind of started this new podcast called Chunky Mango, and hence the name. I'm Chunks and he's Mang, and that's kind of our nickname, and it kind of worked out to be
Yeah, it did.
good. I really like Chunky
Catchy.
Mango. Um, we do have like a logo. It's still on the making. But we want to start our podcast already and get our content out and see what we could do. I mean, see what we could already produce, but wait for the little guy and hope you guys like him. And besides that, yeah, going
All right.
back to solo leveling.
Back to solo. Yes.
Um, what do you think? Before, because I want to talk about all the good stuff on it. Okay,
Hmm.
that's definitely what I want to do. But I want to get out. I wanted to talk about the the nitpick, the negatives that we think it is before we go to the good stuff. So at least we can get that out of the way. Um, I don't have a lot, but I
There's a
literally
couple.
just
Yeah,
want to say it.
there's a
Right.
couple, and they're very nitpicky. There's nothing really
Exactly.
too bad
Exactly.
about it.
So start us off, man.
So for me, the only issue was how, granted, the story was very well written, but in every situation where he was about to face defeat, or prior to entering the dungeon or the mission or whatever, the solution was always there. So, for example, the most coincidental one is the one where he's getting his class, he's fighting Ygritte, right, and he beats him, and he thinks that's it. But then they're like, "Oh wait, if you survive for for a while, you get more hidden abilities, hidden classes, yada yada yada, right?" And then at this point, he's super ass tired. He's getting destroyed because of the Infinite Knight's coming,
Right.
and then all of a sudden, he gets transported to the penalty zone perfectly. like perfectly. The axe was coming down, and prior to entering there, he gets a warning saying if you don't do your 10-kilometer
Your
run, 100
daily, your
push-ups,
daily.
100
Yep.
yeah your dailies, whatever, you're gonna get sent to the penalty zone, and it worked out perfectly. Just things like that. Like I said, well written though. Like the way they interjected the whole your penalty's about to come. It was very subtle,
Right.
but
Right.
it was sort of not expected, but it was too perfect.
I think the word you're looking for is like convenient, right?
Oh, convenient. Yeah, 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 that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. So here's the thing. Like I think we talked about this a little bit the other day. Um, I kind of find that what makes the show a little bit. I mean, what made it draw attention. Um, I see that you find it a little bit negative. Before I talk about my negative, like I believe it kind of what makes him like the OP side of him, of course,
Oh,
right?
yeah, yeah, exactly. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I like it because it feels like there's an explanation, right? Like, um, for example, all his powers, like it's not just there's. I watch so many isekais, you know that isekai is my thing. I know I'm basic, whatever, but I really love isekais. But some isekais, sometimes you watch it, and like you just watch it, and sometimes they gain a power without explanation. I was like, where'd that come from?
Hmm.
At least this one they kind of explain, and then even the penalty, even though it's very convenient, it is true. It's there to show how OP it is, but at least there's explanation why he transported because he didn't do his daily. So
And
I kind of like that, but you're right, it is kind of convenient every time,
and the thing
which
is
is
I know like in the manhwa, I'm not sure about the anime, but the manhwa at least, call it. He even says the system is making him win. I just remember, yeah, like the little blue bar, the blue square that pops up and tells the stats and stuff, what gives him his
right, right,
abilities and quests. He said that the system is literally making him win. Like he has to win.
right,
It's like,
right.
yeah, so it's a guaranteed win. He's just, but that's annoying sometimes, and it's not. And I can see how it's annoying to like other audiences because, like, if you think about it, how fast he's progressing, it's super quick.
Right,
But at the same time, I enjoy that, to be honest with you. Sometimes
exactly,
all of the
exactly.
like the Japanese mangas in general, just take Naruto. I mean, if you even look at the anime, it took 200 episodes for him to get into what sage mode. No, to learn Rasengan. No, I forgot what happened in Shippuden. What happened?
Oh, when he trained, so he went with Jiraiya to train,
That's what it
and
was.
they
So he
came back.
learned sage mode, right?
Right. I
Is that what that
mean,
was?
he
No, it
learned
wasn't
no,
that.
he
Yeah.
learned Sage Mode a little bit later, but he basically had control more of his Rasengan. He has a little bit more control of his
Just overall
um
skills. I'm
yeah,
I'm assuming.
exactly. Like with the Nine Tails as well.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
that's my point, though. 200 episodes for just him just getting a little bit stronger and a little bit taller. With
Well,
freaking
let's not talk
Jinwoo.
about sorry, I cut you off, but let's not talk about
Sorry.
my favorite anime, One Piece.
Yeah, I know exactly. That's why I didn't mention it.
One
Um,
Piece is going to be even worse.
I know, Jesus, you told me I couldn't remember that. But like
Uh,
with
yeah,
Jinwoo, right? Episode 1 through episode 12, he went from the worst, weakest E class person to just phenomenal. He's fighting like an A class monster, and at that point, you're almost at S.
right, right, right.
But I went tangent on that. But either way, there's obviously negative points to how fast it is, how perfect it is, but at the same time, it makes you want more because it
Right,
makes you
right.
want to see if he's beating this, then what the hell is going to be the next 160 chapters.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, we will try our best. By the way, to only talk about up to where the anime is. So, for the people that only watch anime, we don't want to spoil too much. But sometimes we might just kind of like have a hint or a clue what talking about. I mean, what happens in the manhwa, but we'll try our best to just talk about up to the anime. For me, couple negatives I have is just two. I want to break it down to two things. One is the manhwa itself, and the difference between the manhwa and the anime. So for me, in the manhwa, I wish it was more. I wish there were
What?
more.
What do you mean?
Um, because it felt like, okay, we were just talking about how quick everything was, right? But I'm a big enjoyer of worlds like this. It feels like I wanted more
Oh,
adventure or more story to it, but I know what happened, right? The writer has passed, and oh, it's very unfortunate. Rest in peace. But I really wish there was a little bit more for me to enjoy this world. This world was feels like there's massive. It feels like we could have like even met more S rank from different countries, right? There's still like they could have went in depth with like, I don't know, smaller
basically, you
countries like
wanted like
India.
character development. It was just
Yeah,
too
yeah.
much. It was too focused on Jinwoo.
No, no, no. It's not even that. It's not even that. I wanted more. I wanted to see more of the world.
Okay,
So, for example, like we could have met like an Indian S rank hero, or a Filipino S rank hero, or
I
a
guess.
Canadian. Like we did meet like people from Japan, people from
Yeah, we did.
America.
The Japan people. Oh wait, my
No,
bad.
that's what I said. We did meet. Yeah, we did meet people from Japan. We did meet people from
I
America.
almost spoiled it. No, my bad, my bad. No, no.
I
I
know.
was like, what are you talking about? There's a Japanese person.
Yeah, yeah. So
Spoiler: there's a Japanese person, or there's a Japanese team. But
like that's why I'm saying there's gonna be slipping like here and there of a little bit spoiler, but we met some parts of the world with their S ranks and characters. But imagine how of other episodes of him just going to on vacation, let's say in Hawaii, and then a monster, a gate happened to show up while he's resting on the beach.
no,
Like
I get what
side
you're saying.
stories like
I
that.
get
I
what
mean,
you're saying.
I get it. It was already beautiful as it is, but I just wish there's a little bit more sprinkle of side story here and there.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's your One Piece side. That's why you like
I
side
know
stories.
exactly, exactly. But I mean, as much as a big of a One Piece fan I am, my biggest complaint about One Piece is how long certain arcs or how long certain fights are.
Oh
But
yeah,
let's get no, I can get into
we can
that
talk
for
about it
like three
later. My
hours.
bad.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the other part for me, like I guess the difference between the anime and the manhwa, um, the manhwa, in my opinion, had better showcase when it comes to the drawings,
Mm.
like the
No, yeah.
art style, right? Like that's what makes you read it sometimes. Like,
Right. You appreciate it.
yeah, like all the drawings that the manhwa had, I really wish that they implemented the exact same art style
In as
in
an
the anime.
anime, right? That's why I wish. Yeah,
Imagine,
amazing.
it would have been crazy. So the other night I was like trying to see the main differences because it's almost pretty noticeable. Like they made the anime more of a Japanese style rather than what the manhwa
Mm.
style was, right?
Right,
Which
right,
is
right.
not bad.
It was
I'm
close
not
though.
complaining.
It was very
Yeah,
close.
yeah. On the fight scenes, they kind of went hard, so
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not
That's
too
true.
bad. But I'm just saying, imagine every single scene was almost very same to how the art style was. That would have been amazing, right?
But see, the beautiful thing is when I read the manhwa, specifically these like webtoon manhwas where it's fully colored, it
Yeah.
already feels like an anime. You
Right.
know, I know that's cheesy, but it truly does feel like I'm watching. You know, it's like a hybrid kind of feel.
Right. Right.
And the fight scenes were truly amazing in the anime. And it was nice to see the movement, like when he fought Igrit. Beautiful. Oh my god, better than what I expected. But I know what you mean though. The other parts of like the anime where they're talking, they're walking, they're explaining the world, whatever. It would have been so much better if they literally just copy paste the manhwa onto the anime,
Yeah, it's just
right?
because I was a big fan of the art style on the webtoons, and in the book. I actually have every single solo leveling book now. By the way, I bought every single one of them because it's just nice. It's beautiful like that.
Mm, I know what you mean.
Um, But besides that, though, I don't want to talk too much of negative because it's such an amazing piece. Um, what do you like about I guess the fight scenes that you watched since you didn't fully watch the anime? What did you like about it?
You mean the manhwa?
I guess both. I mean, it's more like up to that story. I guess. What do you like about from the beginning
Mm,
to where he met Igris and arised him, and
the
and what
best
do you think about
part,
the anime?
I think, what really okay, besides the fluidity of the art, the whole vibrancy is so vivid, so beautiful, and how it just flows perfectly. I think the main thing that I really enjoy is the RPG elements. How he became a player, how he can level up. Because
Oh, your mic is
oh
getting
my bad, my
farther.
bad. Basically, how they shoot. What was I talking about?
The RPG.
The RPG elements, right? Yeah. I just love how I feel it really resonates with a lot of the readers because a lot of us, I mean, come on, we're reading manhwa, we're a little dorky, geeky, right? Like you would love to be in a world where you could level up, right? Where you can learn abilities, where you have the RPG element, where it's like player versus monster. That's one of the main things I really enjoyed, and
And a lot
that's
of us
mhm.
also gamers,
Yeah,
like we've sort of most manga and anime watchers already love to play games. So
definitely.
whenever that's one of the main reason why I like isekai, and that's what they do all the time, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
But I think solo leveling has done something even better than your typical isekai. Like I think they almost perfected how to draw the fan base and make them easily connect their typical gaming.
Right,
What I mean, their
dorkiness, yeah,
gaming.
yeah, yeah, their needs,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But the thing is before solo leveling, RPG elements has been in other animes, Log Horizon, Sword Art Online.
Right,
But I think what the manhwa did differently than because Log Horizon I've read the manga, Sword Art Online I've read the manga too, right? But the problem was it was so slow. With manhwa webtoons, it's have you noticed how it's each page is a single drawing, while with like mangas there could be multiple panels, going right to
right,
left to explain it. And I feel like that goes with the streamlining of how efficient and how like drawn in you are to the manhwa.
right,
So that's one thing I feel like that's what Solo Leveling did really well, and that's what made manhwa revolutionized manga in a sense.
right,
The
right.
South Koreans entered the game.
Well, if you would compare um like for example for me my first experience of manhwa was solo leveling because I mean to be honest with you, I've always heard about it but it never made me read anything. Well, granted, the only time I read freaking manga is when I finish an anime, and
You have to
and I
know
and,
what's going
and I
on.
want to know what happens next. So I have to make sure that
You're not wasting your
I
time.
read it. Yeah. So after every single season of an anime that I just watch randomly and then I end up liking it, I just end up reading it. So much occasions where I do that. And a lot of times when I do that, I focus a lot on the story of it, right? Like, of course, I look at the art style; they're still beautiful, like manga art style. But um, when I read through it, I'm not gonna lie, there is some points where sometimes I kind of skim through it because the story is going on like crazy, like he's learning
Mm-hmm.
about his power.
Right.
There's some pages like I kind of skip. I don't
Yeah,
not
I'm the same.
intentionally, but you know sometimes your eyes kind of skim through it because the stories keep going. But in the manhwa, when you told me about solo leveling before it came out, when I read it, I was like, oh my god, the first 5 chapters, you're already so in um into it so hard. Not because I mean the story is there too, but because of the art style, it's just so nice. It's
And like I
just
said, it's the way it flows. It just flows perfectly. Like you
right.
need to know what's gonna happen next. You have to know. You have to know. You're just like I think it's very similar to like social media. Like TikTok. You know,
Right, because quick.
you just keep going. Yeah, because it's you're absorbing the information so fast. You just want to keep going, 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 going. And that's why I think manhwa does better than manga. They don't have the multiple panels on each page, one drawing,
Right, right,
right? And I mean, and also like the colors, they do help a lot. They act like an extra level of how you engage with the
right.
story.
Well, I'm new to this world, but I know I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read more. There's only other one other manhwa I read. It was like solo farming in the tower, and that one is kind of funny. But it's crazy. Like it's almost like a, I wouldn't say spoof, manhwa, but
It
it's
is.
very funny and joyful.
Yeah,
But it keeps you engaged because again, the art
you
style
just
is so
scroll.
beautiful, the drawing is so beautiful, and then there's still this type of like weird storyline that this web novels kind of like adapted, like
Mm.
we're in a regular world, so we don't feel like it's so different from our reality. We kind of like put ourselves almost in that position because it's just your typical um earth. It's not an isekai where it goes to a different world,
Planet,
right? So
universe,
yeah,
world. Yeah, yeah.
exactly. So they kind of perfected that in the web in the manhwa category. So I'm still new to it, so I'm still enjoying every single one, even though it's very similar story to almost how soul leveling is. I mean, you've read a lot of manhwas in the past, right?
Yeah, no, to
How,
be
how,
honest, the first manhwa I read, and this is weird, was a manhwa called Aries. I still remember. Great manhwa. But it's black and white. No,
oh, I
you should
didn't
read
know.
it. It's really good. It's, yeah, yeah. I remember reading it, and then this was like I think a decade ago. It was a long time ago, but I still remember because it was such a good story. And the
You think there's a colored version of it now?
no, I don't think so. I think it's just black and white. And
Mm,
that author made another a manhwa, and it's also black and white. So I think he kept to the more traditional side of like manga.
okay. No, the reason why I ask that you've read a lot of manhwas compared
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
to
I just
most
started
people I
talking about it.
know. Yeah, how does the other manhwas
Exact same
compare to solo
thing.
leveling?
You read it so fast. You have you just keep going because the equation is perfect. There's usually a weak person, right? And then usually they either get awakened or they get a special ability or like okay, I'll give you a couple examples. I actually want this ability. So in this manhwa, everyone's players, right? But everyone can level up. So everyone's like in an RPG scene, right?
Okay. Well, is it like a isekai or in our own world as well?
On Earth, yeah, like
Oh wow. Yeah.
Koreans or whatever. But basically, everyone has these amazing powers except for him, of course, right? But then all of a sudden, he gets the ability to copy any player's abilities by like touching them. He needs skin contact, right? So you can imagine everyone has like wind, fire. They can be heavier or stronger, and but there's like a limitation to it. He can only copy one or one ability once a month. But like I said, I mean, how many months in a year? After 1 year, you have 12 abilities, and
Oh wait, does he keep it?
he keeps it
Oh
permanently.
shit!
So all he does
Wait,
is
so you got to tell me that mono after this. I forgot what's the title of that.
I forgot. I have to find it. I just remember it because it's that's just amazing. You
Yeah.
copy anyone's ability, and he only goes for the S class. So there's like ranking lists too, right?
So I have to find a way to touch them in a way.
Yeah, that's it. But he just goes up and like, can I take a picture with you? That's it,
Yeah, that's
right?
it.
Right?
Yeah.
And then he copies them all, and then he freaking becomes overpowered. And here's the crazy thing: he levels up his ability, his unique ability, right? He can level it up. So as he levels it up, he can copy like 4 abilities in a month. So it just stacks.
So, but does he just become everybody at one point?
Pretty much, it's the
Oh
craziest thing.
shit! I thought he copies it for a month and then it expires.
No, it's permanent. Isn't this? Oh, and then he can fuse abilities, which makes
What
like a
the
totally
hell?
ridiculous ability. Isn't that crazy? But see, that's fun. That's interesting.
Right.
because you want to
Right.
know what happens next, and it's the whole, the webtoon. So you just want to keep going. But yeah,
I'm
that one's
gonna
really
read that.
good. That
I'm
one's
gonna read that.
amazing. And then there's another one. I'll tell you later. There's just too many. There's just way too many. But I'm excited for more manhwa being animated. That's very
Right.
exciting. The
Right.
biggest one right now that's coming out soon is Tower of God.
Well, it's out,
No, it is
but I
out,
think
but I think it's a new season,
season
right?
three.
Oh,
Yeah,
season
season
three.
three. Yeah, season three. Oh, might be wrong. Might be season two or season three. One of those.
I think it's season
Um.
three. One Punch Man season three is coming out. I
Oh
am
yeah, I
so
saw that.
excited, and it better be a
Exactly.
goddamn good studio. I'm gonna be so pissed if it's a shitty studio.
Well, they kind
Anyways,
of did not too bad in the other one, so I don't think
yeah, when he
I don't
fought
think they're gonna fuck up.
Boros, that was amazing, dude. That's one of the best fight
Dude.
scenes,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Right?
that's one of the first ones we've seen that's like done perfectly of a uh overpowered freaking character, and then there's a gag in between where he's not even trying at full.
I know, right? Poor
Freaking killed the guy with
Boros.
a what was it, normal punch or serious punch? I forgot what was the last punch.
I think it was either serious punch or he said killer move, serious punch, and then it was like his
Yeah,
big
something
ass
like
fist, and he just gets blasted.
I miss it. I haven't seen
The
one of
manga's
them
really good
since then.
too. The
Is it true at
manga
some point they
is
said in
amazing.
the manga the animation I mean the drawing in the manga I heard is really really great, but towards the end is it true that it becomes kind of sloppy?
No?
I don't know. No?
Well, then again, I don't know if I read the most recent chapters for a while, so I might have. I need to take a look at it. But I mean, to me, it was still amazing.
Right, right.
One of
Well,
the
I don't
most. Yeah, go ahead.
go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was just saying one of the most detailed mangas, hands down. And the
Okay.
best part about it too, the mangaka, his one of his original works was I Shield 21. I think it was a
Okay.
football
It's one
manga.
of the Yep, no, it's one of the I would say OG
Yeah.
sports anime.
Yes.
I
OG
Shield.
Sports, and that was one of the best.
Yep. Alongside with like Slam Dunk, bro.
Oh,
I
Slam Dunk
remember
was way
watching.
before I Shield 21.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I Shield 21 is probably 2000. Slam
Yeah,
Dunk is like
early
maybe
2000s.
90s,
Yep.
like late 90s, early 2000s maybe.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Slam
that's what I
Dunk
grew up
was a
watching.
classic. I know.
Slam
You too.
Dunk.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, when I was
Or
in the Philippines.
Eugene Hakusho, whatever the hell his name is.
Right, cuz that's like in the Philippines you
Don't.
everybody in my generation basically watches anime after 5 p.m. when they get home to school. So I still remember that's what made me a taku, I guess, or an anime lover.
Tell them what
Um,
Yusuke is called.
so in the Philippines, real quick, Filipinos love to dub everything, right? We have SpongeBob growing up dub. So it's like Patrick and SpongeBob are talking Tagalog, and then it's just funny because you grew up with it, and you don't even notice that it's weird. Not I wouldn't say weird because it's our own language, but it's different until you go. By the time I moved to the U.S. and they completely sound different. But anyway, because they love to dub everything, they also give them different names. It's crazy. I don't know why. They could have just kept fucking Yusuke. We're Asian. We could fucking say the word Yusuke. They change
Mm.
everybody's name. So Eugene. Oh, Eugene. See, I called him right away. Yusuke's name is Eugene. It's stupid. So
Such
imagine
an
the
ugly name.
Eugene ray gun. What do you call the what do you call the gun?
Spirit gun.
We call it ray gun.
What about the shotgun one?
I forgot. It's been I was a
Ray
kid. I don't.
gun? God,
But
it's so ugly sounding.
I remember the hand sign was ray gun. Oh my god, this is funny. Just to tell you the rest of the remaining names of the whole crew was Eugene, Yusuke. Um, what is the red hair guy?
Kurama.
Kurama is Dennis. Dennis.
Hiei.
And then he is Vincent.
Oh God. What was the last one? It's the
Uh,
90s guy. Kur-
no, Kurama is the ninth
oh, who's the
the
redhead?
flower. I mean, in Filipino, his name is Alfred. I wish I could help you.
God, that's such an ugly name.
I know. It's fucking dumb.
Oh my god.
But oh shoot, sorry. I just knocked everything out of my table. Um so I wish I could help you. What was his regular name? But
What the?
fucking Filipinos
What
called him
is his
Alfred.
name? It starts with a K, right? I don't know why. I want to say Kookaburra, but
No,
but it's not that. I know it's
I'm
not
gonna.
that.
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna Google it. Give me a second. What is that anime called?
Yu Yu Hakusho.
No,
Oh,
in the Philippines, it's
Kazuma.
called.
Kazuma.
I don't even care what's the name of it in the real name. In Philippines, we call it Ghost Fighters.
Ghost spiders.
Wait, I want to fucking know the name. I never knew it. Give me a second. Characters.
Yu
Hiei Kurama,
and then Kazuma.
Botan Genkai Koenma, Kurama Hiei, Keiko Yukimura, Kazuma.
Kazuma, yeah, Kazuma.
It's Kazuma.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
okay,
Kazuma.
okay. Anyway, it's just some growing up. But the good news is I watched Dragon Ball Z growing up as well. They kept Goku,
Well, Vegeta.
Vegeta. They kept the
Oh,
name
oh, they
of the
got the
Dragon
names.
Ball
That's
Z.
good. That's good.
Yeah,
Oh my god, what would they change it to? Can you imagine?
I know that would have fucking ruined everything for me.
That would have been really
Did
funny
they
though.
change Slam? Did you watch Slam Dunk a little bit or no?
Actually, I've never watched them though, or I think I've read it a
Read
little
it.
bit, but it was a little boring.
That's so old though. It's kind of tough, but
Yeah,
I'll be shocked if somebody ever come up to me and then tells me talk about Slam Dunk and they tell me a completely different name. I don't think so though, because their name is Japanese.
there you
His
go.
name is
Right?
Sakuragi, the main character. So I don't think they've changed it. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Anyways, yeah, we went super tangent.
it's
What
super
were we talking
tangent,
about?
but
We're going back to solo leveling. I forgot what we were talking about. I
I
think we
know.
were saying
Well,
what
we
we
were just
liked about it,
comparing.
right?
Yeah, we were comparing like anime and manhwa,
Manhwa,
and
right?
mangas and things like that. But as for me, I guess one of the things that I personally do, like I told you earlier, is I don't really read mangas right away. I have to kind of like watch the anime and continue with it. So I never really watched. I mean, I never really read a lot of mangas, but there's definitely some mangas though that I would have not read if I didn't read the if I didn't watch the anime.
Yeah,
Um,
slime.
oh yeah, freaking Slime is one of my top favorites. Like I can't believe that the story even gets better and better.
Yeah,
The more the
the
more the deeper the story gets, basically.
it's the pacing. The pacing is I mean, there's parts where in the manga it was a little boring, but the pacing was very well done. Like the main character, consistently got stronger, making new allies. The new allies got stronger, new abilities, etc., etc.
Yeah,
It was very
yeah,
well paced.
right, right. But if you compare that to Solo Leveling, just to kind of tease the fans and the people that haven't read it yet, they don't know what's coming.
Yeah, it gets amazing. The spoiler, not the spoiler, the cliffhanger at the end with the ants evolving, one of the best arcs. I think
The Jeju Island arc.
yes, the Jeju Island arc. It really shows his goddamn dominance. It was Goliath versus a goddamn ant. God versus an ant. You just see it. Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, like because
season 2 is gonna be amazing. Let's just put it that way.
yeah, it's just crazy because it's not just the people that's there that sees it. I mean, I don't want to spoil it. Actually, I leave it as that.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I leave it as that. I just can't wait. I heard that there is a rumor that it might have a season two right away.
End of
I
this
don't
year,
know
right?
how. Yeah, that's what they're saying, but I really
They
hope that's true
should.
because it could easily win as the anime of the year. But I kind of have something like that might win besides solo leveling. Um, this year that just came out too is like free run.
Oh,
So I think free run could definitely be in the top category as well. Um, I guess enough a little bit about solo leveling. Let's talk about um kind of like our podcast stuff. I mean, no, I don't want to get in too detailed into it, but me and Meg kind of just started. Like I said, this is our first episode. We kind of started this podcast because we want to do something that we like. We're I'm a big anime watcher. I wouldn't say I watch every single ones. I still haven't even watched some bigger names one. Like
Bleach.
don't hate me for this, but I haven't watched Bleach. It's not that I don't want to or I think it's shitty or anything like that. I just during this time I was watching all the other big names, Naruto, One Piece, and what else is bigger at that time? Like
Black Clover, right?
Black Clover. Like no, that's
Well,
even that is a little newer. But
no, I'm
I
just
was
trying to.
watching.
I feel like you just skip Bleach because after you finish, the big animes, then another set of big animes came out, and
Yeah,
you just sort
I-
of left Bleach behind, which is
yeah,
fine.
it's but um, I watch a lot of animes and small animes, and like I said earlier, isekai is my favorite thing. So I've watched a lot of isekai in my back, so that would be kind of like a little bit more of my specialty. And my man here, Mang, he is a big m-
Yeah,
manga
manga
reader
reader.
and
That's all I
manga
do.
reader. Tell us a little bit about that, Mang.
Mm, nothing really special. Never been an anime watcher because to me, I mean, besides the fights, you got to watch the fight scenes, right? Because no matter how good the manga is, the anime when it comes to the fight scenes is just so much better, and I just gotta watch it. But for me, manga and manhwa, I just started and I just couldn't stop. And after a certain point of just reading so many mangas, I really loved like learning something new, or I like to call them my fun fucking facts. One of the best,
FFF,
yes, FFF,
fun,
triple F,
fun, yeah, fun
fucking no, no,
fucking
no,
facts.
no, 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 fucking fun fact. There
Fucking
we go, fun
fucking fun
fact.
facts.
But
Oh, we're gonna I'm gonna make sure to clip that. So every time you have a fucking fucking fact, what is it? Fucking fun
fucking
facts.
fun. You gotta say it fast. Fucking fun fact. There we go.
I'm gonna put a boom FFF in the
This
fucking
triple F in
screen.
the back. But
Yeah, but
anyways, yeah.
anyway,
No,
yeah.
going back, for example, fucking fun fact. In the manga or anime Terra for Mars, when they were sending humans up to fight this, like these humanoid cockroaches, they had to adapt by getting their DNA spliced with certain creatures. And one of the best ones was the mantis shrimp. How like the mantis shrimp, it punches so fast that it generates the same temperature as the surface of the sun, which is like 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Either way, isn't
I
that
wish we would
crazy?
know. Yeah.
A little something called the mantis shrimp, and on top of that, besides the punching thing, its eyes can see like ultraviolet, infrared. Anyways, it was an amazing creature, and that just blew my mind. And then that's one of the reasons why I love Terraform Mars, because each human, they will tell you like what creature they spliced it with, and it's
Right.
all fucking fun facts. I love shit like that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
I
pretty much
mean,
what I'm trying to say is like I love reading manga because you learn a lot of new shit that you usually
right.
don't learn throughout your daily life. That's it.
Yep. It's funny because you mentioned about that mantis thing. I think there is a point where it was popular in the social media.
Yeah,
So that means So that means you knew that fact before that
goddamn
whole
straight. I knew that fact before everyone else did,
because
and
of the
that's what I
because
love.
just because of a fucking manga, right? It's crazy.
Exactly. And there's a lot of
Yeah.
other fucking fun facts I'll introduce to you guys later. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
love it. But yeah,
Uh,
that was sorry. Hold on. That was
no,
pretty
no, go
much
ahead.
my
Go ahead.
own reason for enjoying manga and manhwa through my 20s and going on through my 30s.
Yeah.
So
When did you start?
I think
I guess, or what made you start?
So I started with anime too, but like the super OG classics. Well, not super OG, but the mainstream ones that most people know within our generation, at least, even the younger generation. Rurouni Kenshin, Cowboy Bebop,
Right.
Dragon Ball Z, of course, Gundam.
Oh shit, Gundam.
Gundam, yeah, the
I
mech.
haven't heard. Yeah, that's
Um,
a big following, by the way.
oh yeah, of
Gundam,
course, Gundam's amazing.
massive. Even
I,
like people are not like not in our generation. Feels like some of them collects now those Gundam pieces.
yeah, or they like build it right. I don't know. Have you
Right.
seen Ready Player One?
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember the Gundam comes out.
Oh right. Yes.
That was amazing, right?
Bro, I freaking yelled at the freaking theaters. I
I
remember
know,
that.
same here. And when they showed, that was amazing. And it had to be the Japanese guy or the Asian guy doing it, right? Or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. But it was perfect either way.
Yeah. I forgot what we were talking about now.
I know, same here. I just went tangent. We went back,
Oh,
so Ready Player One, then we went back to Gundam, and then how the hell did I get to Gundam? Oh, that's right. I was talking about the classic stuffs, and then you were like, Gundam's this whole thing. Anyways,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so yeah, I started with anime, and then I didn't really start reading manga until I don't even know how I got it. I think I accidentally bought it. A Shonen Jump. It was like 2001, and it had the original big three, at least to me: Bleach, Naruto, One Piece, and that's what started it all. And then of course
Yep,
I
yep.
went on. The internet came out and stuff, and you can read manga online. And
You're so old
I am
that
so fucking old.
you wasn't you weren't reading manga on the freaking internet back then.
I was reading a book.
Well, nowadays it's so easy to get. That's why whatever
Yeah,
freaking
seriously.
anime or manga you want to watch, you just fucking search it.
No, but you should still pay
Kids,
for it though. Like I paid for the Shonen Jump one.
right, right, right.
It's only like $3 a month too.
Exactly. But the kids nowadays will never know like the pain of being an anime manga lover,
You had to go to
otaku.
the library to read manga.
I mean,
The library.
I didn't know that because I didn't read. But for the anime side, it's on fucking TV. That's it.
Yeah.
You just have to wait. I don't know what it was in
uh,
the U.S., but like I said earlier, I grew up in the Philippines. Like after school, we would just literally go home right away because Slam Dunk would be on, Dragon Ball Z would be on, Hunter x Hunter would be on. Like there's a certain time that we have to watch TV, and that's the only way. Oh, another thing I wanted to add on top of that is growing up with it. It's completely different now from the people that's like otakus, right? Like
yeah.
weaves in a way. Nowadays, it's so open that if
It's
you
mainstream. It's
could,
popular now.
right, like you could literally say I watched this anime or whatever it is, and then no one really feels like looking down on you, you know.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say it's kind of too harsh when you say looking down on you, because back in the day,
It wasn't
it feels
cool. It
it
wasn't
wasn't
cool.
cool,
That's what
right?
it was.
Yeah, so it feels like if you, I mean, I didn't give a fuck when growing up too much, but
Yeah.
I know for a fact that if someone says, "Oh, I watch anime," it's like, why do you watch cartoons? And
Right, right,
everybody
right.
nowadays just,
Watches
it feels
anime.
like if we go inside a classroom of a high school, students, like that would be what they would talk about.
Yeah. But
Nowadays,
now it's
it's not.
reverse. Now it's like if
Uh,
you don't watch it, you're a fucking loser.
yeah, 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 exactly. Um. Anyway, I kind of
Yeah, we went
got off
tangent.
topic
Yeah,
with that.
no worries. Um, but yeah, that's how I got started with the big three. So I think this is a great stopping point for our first episode. We'll be trying to releasing new episodes every week, of course.
Yep, yep, yep.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm Mango.
Yeah, I'm Chunks, and then like he said, wait for us every week, and I hope you guys keep supporting us moving forward now, and then hope to see more of you guys, and hope you guys like to see more of us in the future. Thank you guys for watching.
Have a good night.